things. We had a fight the day of my wedding. I was like, Carlos, why are you doing this to me? It's my wedding day. Like, are you serious?
Remember that?
Yes. I was like, what is happening? What is wrong with him? He wants me to do all these different scenes. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to get married to Greg today. Do you remember that?
Yeah, so let me explain it to everybody. So me and Nene started together and we both understand work.
Yeah.
And it was my first time being an executive producer, because this is before I was doing Housewives as an EP.
As an EP.
So Nene said, I want Carlos to produce my wedding special.
Yes.
And they hired me to do it. Long story short, the pressure's on for me, it's on for her.
Yeah.
Make this show great. So on her wedding day, I'm in producer mode. I'm like, we got to get this, get that. She said, bitch, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm getting married today. And I said,
I want to marry Greg.
Do you remember what I said?
No, what did you say?
Well, Kim Kardashian gave her producers everything she
Oh,
they
honey,
did.
please.
Honey. That's when she slammed the door in my face. And then we didn't speak for an hour before she walked down the aisle. So a woman named Joy.
Joy. You know, I know Joy.
Took me aside and said, you need to talk to her because you don't want that to be your last interaction with her before she walks down the aisle. So right before Nene walks down the aisle, right? I go up to her and I apologize to her and I started crying. And mind you, Nene's face is beat from the gosh. She's literally about to marry Greg at least for the second time. And she goes, bitch, you have a show to produce. Go.
Right. Go, bitch.
Go,
Produce
bitch.
this show.
So that's that. But that's when I always tell people, you are a huge supporter of producers, especially Black producers.
Thank
you. You have an all-Black staff here today.
Yes.
And you really wanted to make sure that you understood we could have a little issue, but it would never be big to where we're not going to speak to each other.
No, it cannot. But you were the most messiest producer anyone could ever have. And the world need to know that, honey. When I tell you messy, messy. And if we didn't want to do what he wanted to do, he would swing that damn whistle thing he had a chain, honey. Well, honey, the rest of the girls are going to be better than y'all. Well, honey, y'all, you know, it's just like, I mean, he would go in there and have us doing the most craziest shit. So trust me, Carlos was behind a whole lot of BS. And he was the one that was sitting behind when we would do those confessionals. Carlos was asking us the questions.
Which is why they used to be funny and good.
Yeah, honey. Are they good now? Okay, then. Are they good now? They all right. They all right. All right.
They're good.
We ain't gonna beat y'all up. Not today. Not today. I think you guys are doing okay. Stay right there. Y'all doing great. Stay right there. That's where you should be. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, Carlos, again, you were telling me, I know that you're single, and I want to hear a little bit more about that because you and I both have been in very long relationships. Yes. You all know I was married for 25 years. We did divorce in there, and then we got back together, but we've been together since 1996. Greg passed away, and that was a lot for me. That was a lot of grief. It was, a lot of people just don't know what I went through in that period, but we will talk about that. I went through so much. Carlos, too, has been in a very long relationship. Has it been 20 years?
Almost, yeah.
Really?
Man, I
Did he steal your virginity?
I forgot to tell you everything. Yes, he did.
Oh, so this is really hard.
It was.
This is really hard breakup. This is like losing family.
Yes, the good news is we are still communicating on a platonic level. His family will always be my family and vice versa. I never thought in a million years that I would be single in my 40s.
Yeah.
I was prepared to spend the rest of my life with this man.
Yes.
I met him at 25. He's the first of many things.
Yes.
For me.
Yes.
And God had other plans.
Yeah.
God had other plans. And
is he now dating women?
No.
Well, what the hell happened?
Well, listen. It's one of those things that
it just didn't work out. You guys have kind of outgrown each other.
It just didn't work out.
Well, honey, I know the rest of his vacation is gonna be whack as hell. Cause I know you, baby. I know you put the stank on them vacations, baby. I know you did that.
Well, the thing that you and I have in common is we love to travel, and this is why I don't think you and I are good at dating.
Okay.
Because you and I don't like to just talk to everybody.
No, I don't.
Because we don't like telling people our business.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk to everybody, period.
Me neither.
Stop looking at me like that. Like, why are we talking? No, I want to talk to somebody else, you know?
And what I realized dating after 40 is, and I want to get your opinion on this. Some of the men who I've dated around my age, I've discovered that they're set in their ways.
Yes, they are.
They're stubborn.
Especially men.
They're stubborn.
Yes.
And they don't want to alter their routine in order to get to know you better and better.
They do not.
And that's been challenging for me because, and this is no shade and no disrespect. I run companies. I have a hit podcast. I do a lot of things. I'm very busy. I'm very busy, right?
Right.
And if I can make time for you, no one can tell me you're busier than me,
right?
Because you're not. So I don't subscribe to that. So I do find that, again, it's my experience. I'm not talking about everybody, but my experience has been very challenging with men around my age. And what I have discovered going a little bit younger, like men in their 30s.
You discovered you're a cougar. Bitch, you are a cougar.
I'm not a cougar. You're the one wearing a lot.
Well, honey, I am a cougar.
You like younger men too?
I do. I feel the same way you feel. Men who, when they reach a certain point in their life, they become grouchy and they're very set in their ways. And they don't want to change. I want to have fun. And I don't want a guy that's mean to me. I don't like that. I want my guy to be sweet to me. I also, because I control a lot of things, probably like you, I like for my man to control the things. I want him to lead when I get home with him. You know what I mean? Because I control working and what I'm about to do. So I want my guy to lead. I want him to pour in me. I want him to lift me up. And I don't have that. That's really missing in my life.
Why do you think it's been hard for you to find that? Are you going to the right places? Are you dating outside your race?
Dating outside my race? I haven't gotten there yet because I love Mr. Chocolates.
No, we love. Can I give you some advice?
Yes.
I'm being honest. When you're over 40.
Yes.
And you grew up having this type in your head of who your man is. Obviously, you and I were blessed to meet our soulmates.
Yes.
Right?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. And our soulmates were our types for who we were at that time in our lives,
right.
At that age.
Right.
Well, I have discovered recently, I had to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
And I started dating men who did not fit my type. My type is short, brown, and round.
Okay. Now, Greg was not my type. So I did that years ago.
Okay.
Greg was not my type. Okay, Greg was much older than me. That wasn't my type. The new year had came in and I said to myself, it's a new year. I want to be in a relationship. I'm going to date everyone that wants to date me.
Good.
Okay? Not anyone that I want to date. Whoever chooses me is who I'm going to go out with. So Greg chose me. And I was like, I wasn't looking for this. And I even told him, I was like, no, this is not what I'm looking for. And after maybe dating him for 3 or 4 weeks, and I liked him when we dated, I just didn't know that we had any sexual chemistry. He didn't try to have sex with me. He didn't do any of that with me. He took me out to dinner, showed me a good time, opened the car door for me, held the door for me, gave me flowers, gave me chocolates. And I was still over in my corner saying, this man is corny as hell, because I wasn't used to a man doing those kind of things for me. Being nice to me. After about 4 weeks, Greg said, you know what? One day you're going to be my wife, girl. I said, oh, this man has lost his mind. I'm never going to be his wife. I am not going to be his wife. He said, you remind me of my mama. And I was like, really? I continued to date him. And the more I dated him, the more I liked him. And I liked him, and I liked him. And he did not ask for sex. Greg did not ask for sex. I was staying at his house one night, and I was like, I'm tired of this man not asking for sex. He went into the...
But to that point, how long are you dating?
We've probably been dating almost 2 months. And he had not asked me for sex. Let me tell you 2 things that Greg did. So I went to his house. I was sleeping in the bed with him. He wasn't trying to hug me or spoon me a little bit. And I was like, I'm over this shit. Every night he goes into that bathroom. What is he doing in that bathroom every night? I didn't know this. I walked over to the bathroom because I would always smell a funny smell when he was in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom smoking weed. And then he would, and I was like, this man smoked weed. So he got a little hood side. You know, he was wearing suits and being all proper, but he was sneaking in the bathroom smoking a blunt. And then when he came back to get into bed that night, I said, when this man come out that bathroom, I'll be butt naked in his bed. I did. I'm tired of him not trying to have sex because I don't know how to push up on a guy. I want the guy to push up on me, right? So I got in his bed with no clothes on.
And what happened?
Oh, we got it in then.